While the coronavirus pandemic has caused most countries across the globe to enforce a lockdown to contain the virus's spread, among millions that are being affected, children are particularly at a high risk of not just being infected with the virus, but also being victims of online crime. UNICEF and its partner organizations have said that millions of children who are spending most of the time online due to the lockdown are not now at a higher risk of being victims of cyber crimes. Lockdown measures and closure of schools due to coronavirus pandemic has resulted in the confinement of close to 1.5 billion children worldwide. Most children's learning experiences are being reshaped as they are exposed to remote and e-learning for the first time. Several of them are also visiting social media websites and downloading applications which are above their age rating. A technical note released by UNICEF and its partner organizations highlights now how children's safety is under threat amid the pandemic. Children spending more time online are more likely to come in contact with online predators. Cyberbullying, discrimination based on race and gender is also something children could face. There is also a high possibility of children being exposed to violent and sexually explicit content online. In an attempt to tackle its growing concern, UNICEF has asked parents to empower and educate children about online safety policies. They have also appealed to governments worldwide to strengthen support services in handling children's safety and also cybercrime. Now, while the world grapples with the coronavirus pandemic, police in Hong Kong carried out a sweeping operation last night against high-profile democracy campaigners. At least 15 pro-democracy lawmakers, activists and media tycoons were arrested on charges of participating in the protests in the city. This is being called Hong Kong's biggest crackdown on the pro-democracy movement since the demonstrations started around June last year. Remember, the demonstrations had come to a halt soon after the virus reached the autonomous region.
被捕人士涉嫌喺上年分別係2019年8月18號、10月1號同埋10月20號組織同埋參與喺香港島同埋九龍區進行嘅未經批准集結。
Now, these protests have been repeatedly called as unlawful by Hong Kong's Chief Executive Carrie Lam. Among those arrested is the 81-year-old activist and former lawmaker Martin Lee.
我為我所作所為係一啲都冇後悔，我感覺到驕傲，終須有機會，同埋一班優秀嘅香港嘅年青人可以繼續行我哋呢條民主路。
Another prominent face and 71-year-old media tycoon Jimmy Lai, who also used to be a legislator, has been taken under custody. Among the 15 people arrested is also a barrister and columnist Dr. Margaret Ng and veteran activist Lee Cheuk-yan and Yuan Swam. Out of the total people arrested, 9 are former legislators. Now, United States and UK were the first countries to condemn the decision. The Trump administration has described the arrest as inconsistent with China's international commitments. The US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said in a statement, Beijing and its representatives in Hong Kong continue to take actions inconsistent with commitments made under the Sino-British Joint Declaration that includes transparency, the rule of law, and guarantees that Hong Kong will continue to enjoy a high degree of autonomy. Remember, just last November, President Donald Trump signed into law a legislation backing protesters in Hong Kong despite angry objections from Beijing. The International Bar Association has also condemned the arrest, saying authorities should not encroach on human rights and the legal systems must guard against any abuses of power when the world is preoccupied with the coronavirus pandemic. Authorities in Hong Kong have arrested close to 8,000 people over their involvement in last year's protests, including many on writing charges that can carry jail terms up to 10 years. And the fresh arrests are in gross violation of the major demands raised by the protesters. The pro-democracy demonstrators demanded amnesty for all the people who have been charged with offences during the protests and a retraction of the police claims that the protests are protesters are guilty of rioting. Demonstrations initially targeted a now scrapped extradition bill proposing to send suspects to mainland China for trial. But later, protests broadened into demands for full democracy and a public investigation into the brutal use of force by police. With that, it's a wrap on this news bulletin, but the news and updates continue right here on Beyond. Stay with us.